So I've got a piece of A5 cardstock here. Obviously it's black. And I'm just folding that in half to make one of my cards. And I'm going to do that 4 times. And I'm just burnishing the edge down to make a nice crisp card base. Then I'm going to make 4 card toppers from this strikingly white card. It's just regular white card, but it looks so bright against that black, it just is going to really pop. So I'm trimming that down to 3 7/8 by 5.5. Again, 4 times. And I'm getting my die cuts out of my sentiment die book, and I am just using 4 different sentiments for this. And I'm running that through my die cut machine and with the same black cardstock as the base. And there they are. Get well soon. You're the best. Thank you and best wishes. Now I'm going to introduce you to my birthday present from my mother. My new Sizzix Big Shot Plus. He's a big boy, so I wasn't going to put him on camera at first, but no, he's going on there. So now for the embellishments of the card. I am using the butterflies from the starter kit that came with the machine. It came with a die for making boxes, and the little butterflies on top are just so beautiful. I wanted to use them in this card set. And for the intricate part of the butterfly die, I've chosen a shimmer / glitter, but it's more shimmery cardstock for the top of the butterflies. And just see how beautifully that fell out of the die. I love this machine. And so I keep going until I've got 4 of each butterfly, the base and the intricate cut. And there they are. 1, 2, 3, 4. And look at all of the shards of card that have come out of the intricate die. And so then I'm just going to glue the intricate cut onto the top just by the center of the both pieces, because I want the wings to fold to come away from the cardstock. Obviously when you put them in the box they would end up flattening down, but maybe put a note on the box set that says give the butterfly a bit of a zhuzh before you give, however you spell zhuzh, give that instruction to the people that you're giving the cards to. And then once again with my favorite dewdrop gems, I am sticking 1 in the center of the butterfly just there. And again I will do this for all 4. And then just get those out of the way. And now bring in my card topper. And then my sentiment. And I'm just going to stick some glue on the back of this. And it is a very intricate design, so this was quite tricky to do, but well, with patience, it got there basically. And then I just pop that onto the card, line up where I want it to. Some of the glue did spill out on the edges, but it's thankfully dries clear, so it shouldn't show up too badly. And then bringing in the butterfly, I was going to just glue it down, but then I decided, no, I'm going to go for my 3D dots. I had a strip left over from some that I cut out previously, so I just used those. And I'm just popping one on to the side of the sentiment, taking that down and placing the butterfly on top. Now I think that just looks really clean, simple, classy. But as always, I can't just leave it like that. So I brought in my glitter gel pen, and I just thought that a few little dashes, just to show some movement from the butterfly, would just look really cute. So that's what I did, and I'm not sorry. I like it. And then I thought, well, I got the dewdrop gems out. I had the dewdrop gems out. That's hard to say. So I then decided, well, I'd put 3 of those next to the sentiment as well, in descending order of size. And again, do the same for all 4 cards. So now we've made the cards and we've got our envelope, which is 6 3/4 by 4 3/4. We're going to bring in a very thick cardstock, so it's about 300 GSM, and we're going to cut that for the base at 9 3/4 by 7 3/4. Then for the top, you're going to want to cut it 9 inches by 7 inches. So just bringing in my guillotine, and I'm just going to cut these pieces of card down to size. Now what we're going to do is for the base, well, for both pieces of card, we're going to get the scoring tool in and we're going to score the base at we're going to score the top at 1/2 and 1/2. So you're going to have an inch of scoring. So I'll show you now. So on one side, we're going to do 1/2 inch, and we're going to move it over and score another 1/2 inch. And we're going to do that all the way around the card. And for the base, you are going to score 3/4 by 3/4. So score a 3/4 and then score another 3/4 all the way around for the base, 1/2 and 1/2 for the top. Now we've done all of the sides, we're going to cut out, it's made 4 squares on each corner, so we're going to cut out 3 basically of the squares. And you can use a cutting knife for this or a Stanley knife for this, but I find scissors just as easy. So chopping those 3 squares off and then cutting up the side, cut some diagonal lines into that card, and we're going to do that on all 4 sides. So you've now made all 4 sides of the box. You have 4 tabs. We're going to bring in our boning tool and we are going to burnish down these edges with that, just to make them all nice and crisp, easily maneuverable for when we start gluing down. And again, we're just going to do that on all 4 sides for the top and the bottom. Then we're just going to bring in some glue, and we are going to cover one side of the scored edges. I'm going to lift it up and tuck in that tab and secure that down, and then we're just going to make sure that that's nicely covered, nicely stuck together and straight. So try and reinforce that edge to be as straight as you can. And I'm going to bring in a bulldog clip and keep that there so I can keep sticking the rest of the sides down. And again, you're going to do that on all four sides for both the top and the bottom box. And I'm just moving that bulldog clip around so that everything's stuck nicely. And give it all a good final touch up, straighten. Got the top and the base complete. So here was the top and here is the base, and now we can start bringing the card in, and I'm putting the envelopes with them as well. So we've got all the different sentiments on the cards, and I just think it's a really lovely set. And then the top slots on like that, and that is your box done. Now you could just leave it like that, it's absolutely fine, but remember those offcuts we had from making the box itself? I'm going to design the box to kind of coordinate with the cards inside. So I got these stamps from Creative Stamping Magazine, and there's just this script that I really like the look of, and so I'm going to use that one. And there's a stamp on there as well that says Make a Wish, so we're going to use that for the strip. Now I'm bringing in my handmade ink pad holder, which I love. So that's my pigment ink, Lovecraft pigment ink. Give it a bit of a spin just to show you what it is. I love it. And so now I have no plan for this. It's just straight up random stamping. And I kind of like how random things seem to turn out. So I'm just going to ink that up, stamp it down, and again, just randomly placing it wherever my hand takes me. I'm just up, down, moving around. And one And then I found my stamps with some butterflies on it, so 2 different styles. And again, no plan, just gonna go for it. I'm inking that up. I'm gonna stamp that down. I'm sorry if you can hear the cat in the background, he's currently having a mad 5 minutes. Stamping. And stamping. And because I'm a clean freak, I put in the rubbing alcohol to wipe this down. Listen to that squeak. Okay, now the other butterfly, just a quick couple more bits. Randomly around. I'm going to leave that center part pretty blank because that's when I'm going to decorate that with some die cuts. So here's the Make-A-Wish stamp, and I am just going to stamp the same sentiment all the way across the strip. And I think I can fit the final one on there. Lovely. That's the strip done. That's the inking part of the stamping part of it done. Now I'm going to bring in those the same die that I used for the card, and it was from that Sizzix Thinlet set that came with my Big Shot Plus machine. I may have to make something with this box in another tutorial as well. So I'm going to use the butterflies again, but there's also these lovely borders, kind of toppers. So I'm going to use those. And I'm not going to show you me cutting out all of those dies. So here they are. And I am simply going to layer on those toppers. Just like so. I'm just going to glue those down, which I did. And now I have got my dynamo, and I'm just going to make the note card set label. I'm just trimming that down to the size I need it. And stick that down. And I think because of the embossing of that, it adds the white effect without having to heat emboss or anything. So I really like how that looks. And then I've stuck the butterfly together. I'm curling up the wings now like I did for the cards. And I am going to cover the solid butterfly and stick that down onto the card, and then the wings of the intricate cut butterfly will pop up, just like on the cards. And remember to just zhuzh up the butterflies. I'm sure that's the word, zhuzh. And once again, my favourite beads, dewdrop beads, sticking that down onto there. And that is the box topper complete. So I'm just going to bring in some double-sided tape here and stick that topper onto the card, onto the top of the card box. and just smoothing that down onto the top. And I've nudged the gem, so I'm just going to put that back in place. The glue does dry clear, so not to worry. And that is the topper done. I think that's lovely on its own, to be honest, but I do want a closure for the box. Now this strip was just slightly too short to go all the way around, so to combat that, I'm going to stamp the little butterfly again, just onto a scrap piece of card. And I'm going to let that dry. And then I'm going to fussy cut that out. So my top tip for fussy cutting is move the card and not the scissors. So obviously closing the scissors to cause a cut, but moving the paper or card helps maneuver when you're doing an intricate cut. Then I've just stuck that butterfly onto a piece of random card, and I am going to just trim that down a little bit more and add some glue to either side and stick it onto the strip, the stamped strip. Just holding that in place so it gets nice and secure. Holding that round, hold that down in place and let it dry. And then we are going to simply slide that over the top of the box, slotting that under the lifted wing, and there is my completed box. So there, oh, and I'm going to add one more gem, why not? So I think it's absolutely gorgeous little set of note cards, useful note cards for every occasion. It's kind of just elegant, and it really striking the contrast of the black on the bright white, and I think it just looks really classy. So I'm very happy with it, and that is that. That's the box done, the cards done, and I hope you've enjoyed this tutorial. I really love this box and card set, so give me a like or a follow or subscribe if you enjoyed this. Take care, bye.